I enjoyed talking with Nick Wary in the last segment. Solana had said to us, and I didn't even see it, that there was a little bit of breaking news as we were finishing up with Nick. So go ahead, Solana. We'll do headlines here, and you can share with everyone what the breaking news is.
Okay, first, let me tell you, your headlines are driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, we know trucks. This one's interesting. Carson Wentz is no longer a Washington Commander. He was cut by Washington.
All right. So his career seems to be on the decline. I think we all thought it may have been anyway, but he's tried to reinvent himself a couple of times. Doesn't seem to be happening. I cannot imagine that this appeals to any Dolphins fans.
Oh, hell no. He's going to be in the league still. Hell.
Yeah.
Chad Henne's still winning championship rings, but yeah, Carson Wentz's little window was small and over.
Yeah, he had a nice little minute where he was the guy, but I don't like. Do you think that appeals, Solana, to any Dolphins fans or no?
I mean, I do think his career has come and went, but other than that, maybe as like a.
It was very good.
He didn't have nothing to say. He just had to get that joke off.
It was very good. I thought that was a very good joke.
I stole it from Twitter. It was one of the replies on SI. But
I liked it.
As a backup,
no.
For the Dolphins?
Yeah, I mean that's the only way I'd consider it as a backup quarterback if Tua has to miss a game or two, which at this point is kind of best case scenario, if we're being honest.
A game or two.
Hey, now we're having wordplay.
Okay. We're volleying now. We're volleying. Who's going in for the kill?
As a backup, Crowder?
Oh, yeah. You know what? As you said it, he's Teddy Bridgewater. Remember, Teddy had that hell of a run, and he kind of fell off. Wentz had a nice little window, and he fell off. So, no, I'm thinking of the Aaron Rodgers and the Brady conversation. Yeah, if Wentz comes here to be Teddy Bridgewater, I'm fine with that.
I mean, the question is, does Carson Wentz want to be a backup now, or can he acknowledge to himself, my best play right now is going to be as a backup?
It's hard for players to do that, Hawk, but with the way his career went up and down, I don't know if he's that bullheaded on like, I'm the guy. Like, well, Wentz, you're not really the guy.
You were. So you got to experience something a lot of quarterbacks, as good as they are, will never get to experience, be the toast of the town. Yep. But those days seem to be behind him.
Yep. And even in the run, the Super Bowl stuff, he wasn't tearing the world up. He was a part of a real good team. So
true.
I don't see, to answer your questions, I don't see Carson Wentz's ego being a part of him signing with a team.
He did have like that stretch though. And the whole thing was that he was so young, right? Like when he was balling with the Eagles, he was so young. So like the upside there, the ceiling everybody was hoping was perennial Pro Bowler.
No, you thought he was going to be a great upper tier elite style quarterback, won a Super Bowl.
But now, again, one more season, and a team's moving on from him. First, the Colts.
Yeah, no, we've seen it. Like at some point, it's like, oh, you need a different location, and then you get a different location, and then it's like, well, okay, like it's over. I would say that about Teddy Bridgewater, as Crowder mentioned. Like, I think Teddy's done. Who's the guy? Drawing a blank. Who's the guy? Cam Newton. You had him on the pivot, like. It was like, okay, is he back? Does he need to be in the right situation? And then you start to realize, you know what? Not anymore. Had his run, not anymore.
And you speak on it where Cam's, to what I said, Carson Wentz's ego is not getting in his career, in the way of whatever his career goes. Cam's ego is killing his career.
Right.
Because what he said on the pivot, like, I was like, hey, you go back up. I'm one of the best 32 in the world. But what if the world doesn't believe that and you just do? And he couldn't get over it. So his ego is getting in the way. But Carson Wentz, North Dakota State, like that's the comparison. What, Trey Lance, we use Carson Wentz to go about Trey Lance. Like, yeah, Carson wasn't supposed to make it. So even that window, the Super Bowl window, the Pro Bowl, was that 17, 18? Like, that was a surprise. Him being what he is now is the normal. That 17 was a surprise.